merit-based admissions. Now, you ran across a story that was truly shocking. Harvard University has instituted remedial math classes for incoming freshmen. This is an elite school. They have 54,000 applications that come in every year. And of that, they admit, 1,400, 1,500 students. Why do they need remedial math? And is it connected in some way to the lack of merit-based admissions at Harvard? I think it is.
I would say it's a tough argument for Harvard to take, even though they have a great law school and they're good at this. But it's a tough argument to make that you're only admitting 1,647 students out of 54,000 applications.
Right. Very elite, very selective.
And yet you need remedial math classes, which they introduced in September last year. They said, quote, students don't have the skills that we had intended downstream in the curriculum. We want to make sure that students are on path to success starting from their first day. This remedial math class is going to meet 5 days a week as opposed to just 2.
And I looked at this article that you found. We're not talking about trigonometry here. We're talking about basic algebra, basic geometry that Harvard freshmen are having to take because they're not equipped to do it. You pointed out, beginning with COVID, they started not requiring the SAT test. So they're going based on what? Teacher recommendations, extracurricular?
Yeah, it's definitely not based on how they did on the SAT or ACT. They made testing optional starting in 2020. A lot of universities did that, or certainly many did.
Yeah.
But then I think a lot of other institutions have reinstituted those tests because whatever you think about them, they are an objective metric by which, a certain skill set can be measured. And apparently Harvard has done a poor job of measuring mathematical aptitude. Now, look, depending upon what you want to study, not everybody needs to be great at math, but to the extent that algebra and geometry represent your ability to kind of hold a set of rules and draw logical conclusions based on those, I think it's telling that capacity has gone down significantly at one of America's allegedly elite institutions.
Yeah,